Right, here we go again, one and all. Welcome, welcome, welcome. So, let's see what happens this week. I've basically discovered that the Catacombs of Wrath only doesn't work on my computer, so I've had to do all sorts of workarounds. Apparently, it was fine in the module, so I might finally put the module up to QA. So, hopefully, we're getting close to actually a launch. We shall see. But previously on, they went straight into the Catacombs of Wrath, turned right, and went straight to the big boss fight of the map dungeon. So, I'm not sure what they're going to do with the rest of this dungeon. It's time to find out, I suppose. Right, so as I think I've got your positions correct on this map. It certainly isn't the map that's in the module, because the map that's in the module works perfectly fine, just not on my computer. I don't know why. So anyway, I think I guesstimated where I think you all were last week.
That looks about right to me.
Good enough. Good enough for government work.
And if I turn on, if I'm just clicking on tokens, looks like line of sight's actually working the way I want it to. So I'm quite a happy bunny. Okay.
Yeah, Goodfella and Jalsa were up here playing whack a creature as I would call him up and then he'd whack him.
Well, indeed, and you all got advances last week, so if you haven't spent them, spend them quick. So, I do believe you sort of cleared out the area down here, and you kept dripping blood into the pool until nasties came out of it and smacked them down again. So, what's the plan next?
I threatened to pull this thing's wings off until it tells us what's going on down here.
Well, as far as I recall, it's incapacitated, so it ain't communicating with anyone at the moment.
We wake it up, and I threaten to pull its wings off until it tells us what's going on down here.
But what language does it speak? Is it even going to understand us?
I think
This
we can try common. Most things understand common.
That's why they call it common. That's what. That's you get it, because it's common.
Okay, so Rannick's going to hold it up by one ankle and turn around to the rest of the room and say, "Right, does any bugger know how to wake this thing up?"
Try dunking it in the water.
Okay, that might work.
Was my joke that bad, or are you guys just ignoring me again?
It was that bad. I'm sorry.
So yeah,
hey,
Rannick,
good fella. Good fella. He's trying really hard. Yeah, I'm not as glib-tongued as Rannick there, but I'm working on it.
What's glib mean? I've not got a glib on my tongue, have I?
Yep, there it is. Here, let me pull it off for you.
I'd rather not. I don't want that putting fingers in my mouth. And Rannick will dunk the thing in the water. So it splashes water on her face.
Okay.
Oh, God, let's have a look.
I
just want to kill her. I mean, I can't help it.
Quite intrigued here, but that's by the by. Systems. I'm just going to check. D20 Pathfinder. I'm actually going to the original here now.
What, to find out if water kills them?
No, not that at all. I'm just trying to work something out, because like a lot of there's a few things when you actually stop and read it, it's like, hang on, I don't think that works. But anyway, let's have a look. It would explain a lot. I'm just looking up the original version, the original D20 version of this creature. Okay, that makes more sense. So that makes a bit more sense on the D20 version. Yeah. Okay. The Savage version doesn't make any sense. We won't worry about that too much. Let's make sure it's not a typo. Okay, so you dunk it in the water. I'm going to assume that will bring it round from being bleeding out and almost unconscious. I seem to recall it did survive its vigor roll. Powers. Okay, yeah. Starts muttering and cursing at you.
Hello, little lady, says Rannick, holding her upside down in front of his face. Now, there's going to tell me what's going on down here, or I'm going to rip your wings off.
Wait, GM loading.
No, she said it in a language that I don't understand, but I don't know if anybody else does.
I don't get that either.
Right, can they try that in common? For those of us that don't speak miniature evil bitch.
How big was this thing?
About 3 feet tall, less than that, maybe 2 feet. All right, left wing or right wing? Which one do you want to have ripped off first?
Very small, 1.5 foot tall, weighs about 8 pounds. And
Oh, so she's even
still
smaller
haven't
than.
fixed this one, so it's my first note of the day.
So she's even smaller than Jelsa. So Jelsa's gonna poke her, like poke her in the ear, poke her in the eye, like checking.
Elsa probably can't reach her because Rannick's holding her up so Rannick can look her in the face. And she's held upside down by an ankle.
And how high are you holding her? I mean, way up high, or are you just holding her
Well,
because you're...
Rannick's 6'8", and he's holding her by her ankle upside down so that her face is level with his.
Oh, then I can't reach her.
You can throw things at her.
You could.
No, I want. This is something smaller than me. I want to poke it. See what makes it squeak.
You want to see what makes it squeak? I've got a pretty good idea, says Rannick, going for, since he's holding her up with his left hand, and she's upside down, it's going to be her right wing he's going to grab with his right hand.
Okay, but at this point, I'm just going to try something. She's no longer incapacitated, so... Ooh. Ooh.
I'm assuming this counts as her at least being entangled, though not bound, but I'm holding her upside down by an ankle.
Yep. Let's have an athletics. Let's have an athletics test.
Okie doke.
Oh, she failed that one. Oh, but you critically fail. So,
oops.
I'm gonna spend a Benny to get a success because you've critically failed. If that makes sense. Mm-hmm. So basically, yeah, she breaks free and is very angry with you.
Bugger.
Oh, she gets to go first on the Ace of Hearts. She's no longer shaken. And the first thing she's going to do is make herself invisible. She can't get the raise. She can only get the standard. And then next thing I think I'll have her do is I will spend some power points. Okay, Rannick.
Right. Rannick will do a...
Oh, hang on. Yeah, hang on. She gets to move, doesn't she, as well? I will give you a free attack, of course.
Yeah.
Hang on. Let me make her visible so you can target her.
Mm-hmm. That's going to be Brawler.
And then I'll make her invisible again. That's interesting.
Okay, why did I get the +1 from the Dragonbane sword?
Oh, probably because it's equipped and it's always there or something.
Right, I'll need to unequip it then for future rolls. Can I see where she's gone?
No idea.
Well, I'll see if I can see where she's gone then.
Okay.
That'll be a yes.
You caught a glimpse of her flying through the double doors over Rannick and over Burton Snookums.
You let her get away.
I didn't exactly let her get away. Look, she clawed me hand.
Yes, and she's so big and strong and intimidating.
And if I can still see her, I'm going to throw my bowlers down the corridor at her.
So, well, you can certainly give it a go. Hang on. You're not targeting her anymore for some reason. There you go. You have an idea, you think you know where she is, so certainly give it a go. Ooh. Ooh. You missed.
Yeah. Never mind then. Ah, bastard.
Dondrad.
Is she gone?
She went that way.
How fast? In fact, not even I wait for an answer. I've got time for an answer.
Well, quite quick, flippity flap.
You can hear it
I
screaming in
wasn't
the
expecting
distance.
it to be that bigly.
I should run here. Hey, risk it for a biscuit. Oh, look, a whole sector moving.
She went past Burton Snookums. Didn't see exactly where.
That's six to there.
Yep, that's 6
But
to there.
didn't we just come through that door? Are we going back out the way we came?
Excuse me?
Rannick
We're
said she
chasing
went
after invisible miniature demon bitch.
You know, I think she's just gonna fall out of your hands again. It's like chasing a fish.
Aye. If the fish like wears a dress, has wings, and can turn invisible.
Yeah, but it's slippery like a fish. Like when it dropped out of your hand, it reminded me of fishing.
Right.
Here's an
Okay.
interesting question. If, at the start of a session, player character wildcards get all their bennies back, does the same happen to NPC wildcards?
Good question.
Don't know.
Not thought about that before.
No.
I think they shouldn't they? For parity's
Probably.
sake.
Yeah.
Probably for parity's sake, I think they should, yeah.
Mm.
You can't have favoritism, imaginary favoritism.
Well, she's already spent one anyway.
Well, she spent one of the GM. She spent 2 of the GM ones so far.
Ah, okay.
But now I'll give her own 3 back.
All I can do is drop blind in that circle if she's there. With every modifier you can think of to make it worse.
And selective as well.
And selective as well. Got a point bomb the car and see what happens.
Okie dokie. So,
Question is she in that circle or not?
okay, so it'll be well, you're casting it anyway, so you don't. Okay, it's 2 power points, 5 power points, 6 power points for selective.
Right, it's large. It's going to make her glow. It's going to hinder her. It's going to cause fatigue damage.
Okay, so 6, 8, 9 power points. I make that. 10 if you want to make it strong.
And strong as well. Like we're just going to push. Just going to bomb the corridor.
Okay, go for it. That'll cost you 10 of your power points to cast that.
Aye.
If you cast it costs 10 power points, regardless of whether she's in that area of effect or not.
Right. Okay, fair enough.
You successfully cast it. So,
First one's
Those
the razor,
affected
no,
suffer
no,
with
no.
a success means the victim suffers a -2 penalty or -4 with a raise. You didn't get the raise, but you did it with you did do it with the -2 vigor to shake off, so that's okay. The victim automatically tries to shake off as a free action at the end of their following turn. Okay, so that's a vigor.
So basically she's taking a level of fatigue, or her modifier to hit is now -3. She's lost 2 points of pace. She's saving at -2.
Okay, which
She makes
basically
at least
means
one saving throw. Traits
Glow's also.
-2.
I'm sure Glow's also meant to make a +1. No.
Can I see her any better now?
Glow creates a soft light of dimly. Yeah. What happens is she is still invisible, but you can sort of see a faint glow, can't you? If that makes sense.
Mhm.
So she still
Aye,
has
so
her
she gets
invisible. She still gets her invisible bonus, but you know where you've got an area to hit, if that makes sense, without having to spend an action to try and spot her. Is what I will rule on that front.
Okay.
Aye, whatever. Anyway, so yeah,
So yeah,
tell you what, if I target her, I'll stick all the
she
effects on
screams in
here.
annoyance because she targeted her and hit her with something, and she can't see now.
You want me aye, so invisible line 2 is below hinder. Oh, that's about right, isn't it?
And you fatigued her as well. There we go.
And we do fatigue damage.
Yep, that's fine. Good fella.
Righty, right. What's everyone clever doing?
They seem to be charging out the doors and casting spells at stuff.
All right, I'm gonna go through this door over here.
Those doors should actually be open. Are they open?
Yeah, I think they are.
Yeah, the only reason I ask is because as far as you can tell, they're empty rooms. But yeah, sure. You want to go through that door over there? You can go through that door over there. It brings you into that room there, which appears to be completely empty, I think. Huge room, just nothing more. Stone doors stand to either side. Beyond this, the walls are carved with strange, spiky runes, apparently.
Spiky ones, eh?
Apparently, they're spiky runes. What constitutes a spiky rune? I'm not entirely sure, but there you go.
They use a lot of hair gel.
Very much so. Oh, I suspect, actually, the spiky runes look very much like what she was talking like earlier, judging by the picture.
I say these words look familiar to what I've heard with my ears.
Exactly. No, that's the bestiary version. That one, yeah. I suspect that's what they mean by spiky runes. If you look behind the sin spawn. Oh, actually, here's a picture of every time you popped some blood in that fountain. That's if you hadn't been done successfully whack-a-mole. That's the effect you get.
Yeah.
As they clamber out. So, sin spawn are pretty, as you can tell. Yeah, so you're in a room with spiky runes, apparently. It took you a couple of inches to get there, so you've still got some more movement if you want to head back out.
I'll head back out. I'll go check the other one across the way if I can. I'm gonna run.
Yep, no,
I'm gonna give some Baywatch to this.
I won't worry too much about what your actual run die is, because as a minimum of you'll get there. I know you always get what you need. So again, it's another room full of spiky runes. Bert is a bit confused why everything's going off and is going to be on hold for the time being, and that brings us to Jelsa.
Well, I'm gonna move up here past. Now, getting here, Dondrad put that glowy thing on her. Can I tell where she is?
You can see a glowing ball of light. Yes.
I got a couple of choices here. Let me see if this one's gonna work.
Yeah, the thing that glowing happens to be her eyeballs, and you can't see anything really.
I can target her from here.
Indeed.
Totally right.
I can see the glowing ball of light. I'm going
Gold
to
hamster items.
target the glowing ball of light.
What's wrong with my ears?
Target the glowing ball of light. Obviously, selectively, of course.
Yes.
Yes. Okay, so you successfully cast your fireworks burst. But unfortunately, although you aim at the glowing ball of light, it doesn't appear to have any direct effect upon her.
We had this last week. It's an area effect attack.
Oh, of course it
Being-
is.
Invisibility and dodge doesn't make a difference.
I hate you all.
We love you too.
If she had improved dodge, she'd get +2 for the evasion roll if you could evade the spell.
Which you can't evade a sparkly fireworks burst. Okay, roll the damage for a sparkly fireworks burst, please.
Bahaha.
You shake her.
Yeah, only cover. I would only let cover pony apply. You've got to really put yourself behind a brick wall, you know.
Yeah, that makes sense. In hindsight, it makes sense. I shall shush up. Arena.
I just wanted to get a sense of where she was. I knew I didn't have to see her to target her. I could have went after her with the glittery whirlwind, and that's something we'll discuss another time, though.
Okay.
Amber's just sitting there having a drink out of the pool at the moment.
Of course.
What came out of that pool? She's still drinking out of it?
Well,
Not
I
a-
retconned it. They're meant to come out the orange. Oh, that reminds me. Yes, I've got to change where the sin spawns.
So much for being clever like a fox.
I think I am going to become a bird of prey.
That's almost a tongue twister I've written down there. Change where the sin spawns spawn.
That's very much a tongue twister.
You're turning into a bird of prey.
I am. I think it's a red something. I can't remember where the list
Red
is.
kite.
Red kite, that's it. I'm trying to remember where its stats are. I'm sorry.
It's on the effects.
Oh, error codes.
It's not on the effect.
Oh, maybe I lost all the effects when I had all the fun and games. Oh yes, error codes on effects today. Oh, what fun!
Oop.
You sent me a text file with that a while back, didn't you?
I did.
Oh, what's it? Yes, there. Shape change bat. Bat rays, chameleon.
Oh, there you go.
Chameleon. What?
Oh yeah, they are there. You'll just get an error code every time you try and look for them.
Okay. Ocelot. Ow.
Bug. I thought.
I could go for an owl. At least I found the damn thing.
I thought
No, there's the red kite. So,
You didn't cast for the race.
no. That isn't a race. Oh, that's the race. What do we do with it? Do we drag it somewhere?
No, that's it. You're done.
Okay.
you are done, and your token is updated.
Oh, okay. That affects my pace.
You have a pace of 24 flying.
Yeah, it says 3. That's confusing. Okay.
Yes, pace of 24, 2 on the ground.
I'll do more when I can see.
Yep, sure.
11.
That's 11 to there. You can see the glow up ahead. Yep, that's 14 to there.
Can I go for her?
No, because that'd be multi-action. You'd be failed to cast.
No, I can't go for it. Okay, fine. Then, you know what? I'll fly to the other side.
Yes.
There. So I'm between her and that direction.
No problem at all. Unless Amber's doing anything except drinking at the fountain, we can move on.
No, she's staying out of trouble.
That's what I figured. Rannick.
Okay. I think I'm going to need to run.
Run, Rannick, run, Rannick, run, run.
I've got to give you one for that.
Marvellous. I'm going to draw my sword as I run.
Yep.
And then do a desperate attack. For +4 to hit, but -4 damage.
Okay. Let's attack away, sir.
There we go.
Oh, we haven't put that in as an effect yet, have we? Couldn't work out how to do that one. That'll be quite a messy one, actually, wouldn't it?
Well, yet again, didn't need to do the desperate attack, but never mind.
You hit with a raise. I might spend one of her bennies to hit her up. Come back to her.
I've got to say, wouldn't she already have like 3 wounds?
I have a feeling she can regenerate.
Okay, so that's a wound. I'm going to try
It's
soaking that wound.
for
I'm going to
them
try
doing
soaking that wound. Which, well, it failed because of being blind and fatigued. She takes the wound anyway.
This time, stay down, you little flappy bitch.
That's the movement which I have to do. That brings us to good fella. Rannick's getting angry outside by the sound of things.
Yeah, I'm gonna slowly saunter to where everyone else is.
Four will get you to there. You've still got 2 more inches of movement unless you want to.
Oh yeah, I go through these doors and like I'm gonna be like, oh my god, what are they up to now? I'm expecting like them to have lit the room on fire.
They seem to be attacking some barely visible glowy ball of light. From your perspective, is the hostile, but it's actually invisible. So although the token's there, you can't actually see it.
Interesting.
Just a distinct glow of light. Indistinct, I should say. Glow of light.
I'm gonna give the room another once over. What else is going on in this room?
From this room, this was what appeared to be a shrine. There was a set of steps, and on the top of the steps was a block of black marble with a basin filled with filthy water, which I can't remember.
Yeah, I know. I stuck my hands in it.
Yes, you did.
Oh.
Yes, and Bert was flicking the water everywhere, wasn't he?
Hmm.
Yeah, it didn't seem to have much effect.
There's a lot of flicking.
Yes, that brings us to Arena, and Bert is connecting. He has been jabbed and has returned.
Is Chelsea's move need responding to?
Is Chelsea's what? Sorry.
Chelsea's move need responding to?
I don't show a not needing a move on my screen.
Oh, okay. I've got a 15-point move that's not been accepted on my. Oh, there it goes. It's gone now. Anyway,
Yeah.
Okay. So, did somebody say that it knocked her out?
Not quite, no.
Okay, then can I descend on her, much as birds of prey descend on small mammals and pin her to the ground with my claws?
You can attempt to do so, yes.
The requisite bird of prey screech, of course.
Of course. I wish I had the sound effect for that right now.
How's that? Never tried a bird of prey screech before. I wasn't half pleased with that one. Right.
So yeah.
I'm trying to decide what to roll here.
Well, it would be athletics if you're trying to grapple it.
I suppose it just counts as a grapple, doesn't it?
Yep, the athletics then. It should be a D8 according to your modified shape.
Well, it should be.
It should be. It says D4 here, so
Yeah, that's your athletics, but
where's it then?
just double click on your athletics and it should roll a D8. If it doesn't,
It does.
It does.
there we go.
Are you happy with a 4?
No, I'm gonna.
I love the way it says you're encumbered, but we'll ignore that.
Yeah, I'm not encumbered.
Right.
Okay, I am happy with a 4 after all.
Okay, so what I'll tell you what we do need to do, obviously, is because when you shape change, all your equipment goes with you, what you will have to do, it looks like, is possibly
Unequip stuff to not be encumbered.
not unequipped stuff to not be encumbered, I think.
I think at some point when I've got some time, I need to have a good look at this and possibly get myself a little physical reference book because it also doesn't show me my actual stats when I change. So
It kind of does if you look at the combat tracker.
Anyway, so what
Yeah,
then? So
very
basically, because of the way the fast test system works, obviously, because you need to actually succeed for the fast test to work. So I unequipped the stuff. So you actually dive on her. Oh, you're wounded. So that you got a 4, which is a success. Delirium failed her agility check because of 2 wounds, being fatigued and blinded. So you basically get the choice on making her well, you get to seize the moment. So actually, essentially, it seems to imply you don't. Surely you still get to make logically, you still get the option to go. Surely you should get the option to make them distracted or vulnerable as well as seizing the moment, shouldn't you? Or maybe you just. It seems to imply you seize the moment, which gives you a whole nother go, apparently.
well, have I actually? What statuses are on her now? 900 invisible. I want to pin her to the ground.
So we'll say we'll say you're distracting her because you're trying to grab a hold of her. Actually, if you try to grapple, actually, then it's not actually a grapple test. In which case, you actually entangle her. Sorry, thinking about it.
Right.
Just treated it as a fast test. So basically, you stop. You dig your claws in, and she's not pinned down, but she is entangled with you. That brings us to Jelsa.
Well, Jelsa can see that they're all messing with her, but she's just going to run up there because she wants to poke this thing to see if it squeaks.
But just to let you know, you're on hold. Illyrium was unconscious. Rannick woke her back up, tried to interrogate her. She broke free of Rannick and is trying to escape and is invisible at the moment, but is a glowing ball of diffuse light due to a spell cast by Dondred. And you're on hold if you wish to interrupt.
And
yeah, I was going to wait until Jelsa finished her turn, and then I was going to interrupt.
No worries. Okay, well, Illyrium unshakes. And if you want to attempt to interrupt her, feel free to do so. Okay, make that athletics roll. I'm sure your beta seeing is the amount of stats she's got on her at the moment.
Shouldn't she be distracted or vulnerable as well? Just because she failed us.
No, it wasn't a test. It was an actual grapple attempt. You successfully interrupt her.
Okay. In that case, I will. I just sat down, so give me just a second.
No problem at all. He's getting very annoyed though.
He's got 2 wounds and fatigue and a. You know what? I think I will test her.
Okay.
Maths, geography.
I'm going to use my spell casting, my faith.
Yes.
And basically, I'm going to use my entangle, but instead of actually entangling her, because it looks like the bird's got her pretty good, I'm just going to kind of do the whole vines touching you in weird places kind of thing.
Inappropriate vines.
Okay. Yeah.
This is suddenly turning into some kind of scary anime.
Yes, actually, I think for all well, actually no, because by now Snookums and Irina's improper faults have actually assisted. If you remember, you were distracted by improper
didn't do
faults.
the test.
That's okay. I suppose probably because he didn't know what to test faith against.
Yeah. Well, plus I forgot to target her.
That would probably help. I would say that's going to be spirit, a willpower against your faith, which is unsuccessful, and you got a raise, so you get a creative combat roll. So you logically get to shake her. Oh, sorry. Okay, so she's shaken, which is annoying because she just unshook. Do you want to make her distracted or vulnerable?
Let's make her. Let's make her distracted.
Because it's her go. Okay. So
It'll be interesting if he rolls the dice.
now I'm ignoring the fact that if she unshakes, then I will just honour it by spending one of her bennies. I think because she was already, you know what I mean. It's the quirk of the combat tracker. So
I'm not sure.
she spends a
Bacon
benny.
stats removed.
She spends the benny automatically to unshake. So she then acts at the end of her round.
No, she's automatically unshaken. She made the roll 15.
No, she already made the roll and then
Oh, right.
Bert shook her.
Right. And he shook her again, didn't he?
He shook her again, yes. So, okay, so
He shook her all night long.
so she's very annoyed at this point. She's also entangled, but yeah. So I think she's going to. What is she? This is an interesting question.
-9 on all rolls.
I know. It's quite annoying.
Probably going to botch whatever she tries then.
I think I'm going to have to try this. Oh, that was nearly a 10. That was nearly a 10. It rolled over the last second. Okay, so she fails her spell casting. So she's down to 14. Okay, well, logically speaking, if she does a rudder, then the bird of prey is going with her, isn't it?
The bird of prey's got her grappled, so it's a matter of which. If she's entangled, she's not allowed to move, is she?
That's a very good point. Okay, vigor check at -2 to shake off blindness. Somehow I can't see that. Ooh. That fails. This is what happened last time. You just hit her with so many things, the poor woman could never do anything. Okay, and now I get another vigor. I get a separate vigor check as well, which fails. Okay, back to Dondrad.
And that bird not so much got a grapple, it's got its claws and it's flapping its wings, you get feathers on your face.
Exactly,
Not what
yeah.
you can do.
So yeah, she has pinned it to the ground, but it's not bound.
You've ever tried wrestling a chicken when it goes into full flap? Right. Cool.
Question 1. Glow and hinder about to expire.
Aye, bummer. I'm going to maintain that.
Well, both of them.
I may have to spend pound. I'm going to. Oh, it's only going to cost me 2 power points.
Yeah, it's only going to cost you 2 power points to maintain the glow and the hinder.
I can afford that. Just there you go, 3 power points. I'm going to. I might have to run here as well.
She's getting very angry. I think she's going to scream again.
Yeah, I'm going to run.
Okay, be my guest.
Otherwise, I can't get to. And I'm basically going to run into combat. Then it gives a gang up bonus, doesn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Right. Okay. I've just found another. I found another bug. And what I need to do is actually, if you can have.
You gotta move, man. There's so many bugs in your house.
You've got to. You get 2 power points back, Dondrad. I need to go through every version of Glow, update it.
Because it lasts as long as the main power does, doesn't it?
It does indeed. I suddenly thought that doesn't strike me as right. Although I will have to check later, but I'm basing that off the Suede rulebook because I've got that to hand. I'll be so happy when I get a Pathfinder rulebook to hand. It'll make life so much happier for me. Until the power expires. So hinder and glow do actually. I need to update that. I need to go. I could do a nice replace hopefully on that one. They should last the same duration as the power length. So I'll do that later. That is annoying because we've just that's just been sent over to QA, so that's on top update. Okay.
Hang on, is the blind power, does it have a duration or is it an instant one? I know it.
No, it's until you knock it off.
I know it lasts for a period of time, but if the power itself is instant, then they only last one round.
Yes, that would.
And
make
then they're
sense.
gone, and you can't maintain them.
That's right. I don't have to make it's instant, but the effect. Make a saving throw to get rid of the effect.
Okay, in that case, they just go. You don't get to maintain them, then, do you?
I don't know. You're saying, but the blind's instant, and then the glow's got a persistent effect.
No, but they only last as long as the power does. So logically, glow and hinder don't actually work on an instant power.
They do. There's a specific thing about things that are instant powers. It says they last for one round. I'm pretty sure.
And then you can choose to maintain them, I suppose. Or
I
not.
don't think you can maintain them. I think it just says they last for one round.
Yep. In that case, they're gone.
Let's have a look.
Who's next? Okay.
Yeah, power modifiers last for the duration of the spell or until the end of the target's next turn in the case of instant powers.
Yeah, so get to her turn and then the glow would disappear. And she would then have to make a saving throw to get rid of the blind.
Okay.
The glow would go.
So, of course, well, apart from the fact that everyone knows where she is, technically, she's invisible.
She's pinned down.
Yeah.
It'll be the thing with the box flapping.
I'll keep her marked because you know where she is, but she is technically invisible now. Anyway, back to Bert. And Schnookums, who we've not lost them.
Okay, Bert is going to go ahead and for real entangle her this time.
We'll upgrade her entangled to bound. She really gets interesting.
Let me see if there's anything I want to add to that. Oh, of course I've got to add fatigue. And you know what? Let's go ahead and glow. So we say 2, 3, 4.
That should have been her saying
5.
that, anyway.
Can you mute this?
Yeah, let's do that. Let's do a glow fatigue entangle against her.
Okay, she is targeted. Roll, make that glow fatigue entangle power roll. That's a success. Which means she is now bound rather than entangled. Arena is actually vulnerable when she's entangling. Okay. And the glow fatigue as well, yeah. I hate you. I hate you. I hate you. You've just done another bloody fatigue on her.
But here's the thing: that there's our fatigue. No, probably fatigue's different if going. But
Does the fatigue disappear? That's a good question.
then you would have to require extra bookkeeping to write down the fact that that fatigue instantly goes in one turn.
I don't
In a
think
10
fatigue
minutes of
does.
rest.
Fatigue. Modify may attach to the power that can cause damage or is resisted by the target. If she's affected by the power, she also suffers fatigue. This cannot cause incapacitation. Yeah, so the fatigue's permanent. So as long as the power affects, as long as the power affects her, she's fatigued. Bloody hell! I really hate you lot. Must remember to do all this to you lot as well at some point. Okay. Good moves, by the way. It's very don't get me wrong. It makes perfect tactical sense. As a player, I'd do it as well. As a GM, it's frustrating.
It's just are we correct on a new rule set? That's the other thing. I get scratching head moment. It changed.
Well, I guess it kind of boils down to the exact wording. It says this modifier can be attached to any power that can cause damage or is resisted by the target. Is entangle resisted? I know that you're trying to get out of it.
That's a good.
But is it one of those things that's resisted?
Well, entangle can cause damage if you give it the damaging modifier.
Oh, this starts getting really
True
interesting,
enough.
doesn't it? This starts getting really interesting. I'm going to leave. I'm going to leave them in for that reason alone. Go for it. That's going to be a nice. That's going to be a nice glint later, I think. Can we have a definitive list of powers that fatigue can be added to, please? Lookums. Anyway, she's angry. I think it's time for her to get annoyed again.
Okay, and Snookums is not going to try and fight to get up there into all of that mess. So Snookums is just kind of going to lay down, do the cat thing.
Okay. Yeah, I'm actually going to literally... I'm only mucking about. Anyways. Okay, good fella.
I'm gonna
Go for it.
I'm gonna move closer to what's going on and just keep watching.
Okie dokie. You can zap her, you know.
All right, I'll zap her. I'm gonna hit her with a stun.
Yeah, you can see it from here. There, go for it.
I hope I'm not so attached to her then.
A successful casting of stun, however, in all fairness, you will probably have to make it area of effect for +2 points and selective. Thinking about it, otherwise you won't, because you won't. Otherwise, you probably will miss her. So it will cost you 2. If you, it will cost you 2 or 5 power points, but you will stun her. Are you okay with that?
I am okay with that.
Yeah, because you've got to turn it into an area of effect because she's invisible. You don't know exactly where she is. So the only way to do it is sort of do an area of effect, saying I don't want this spell to affect any of my friends. I only want it to affect the person I can't see. So okay, she is now stunned on top of everything else. Rannick.
Even though she's invisible, I've got a pretty damn good idea of where she is. Yeah.
She's glowing again, actually.
No, in fact, she's stunned, so her spells end. She's unconscious under stun.
How can she maintain the spell as damage reduced?
It's innate. That's an interesting one, isn't it? A successful casting victor makes a vigor roll or be stunned. Which I forgot to make the actual vigor roll, so let's do that first. Which we know she's going to fail. And then obviously, yeah, right. Let's have a look at the actual wording of stun. Stunned. You are distracted, you're vulnerable, you fall prone, you can't move. Okay, there's a typo in stunned as well. At the start of the character's turn, make a vigor roll as free action. So stunned. Doesn't actually say you lose any powers. You're distracted, you're vulnerable, you fall prone, you can't move or take any actions, and you don't count towards gang up bonus. It doesn't actually say anything about maintaining.
Fair enough.
Powers fail.
Am I aware of her location enough, particularly if she's stunned?
Glowing. She's glowing.
Okay. Then I want to get my manacles, slap one on my wrist, on my left wrist, and whichever is about closest to the right size, her neck or her waist, put the other manacle around that.
Make a touch attack. Don't forget she is invisible, so it might not work. Because you know where she is, but where bits of her anatomy are a separate issue, isn't it?
Okay, I'll do it. I'll do a desperate.
That's a boob.
It's all right. I'll do a desperate touch attack.
Desperate to grab a boob. Okay.
Desperate touch. Isn't that what you guys do at the pub at closing?
Maybe people that aren't.
But that's actually a 5. Why was that not targeted? Oh, because she turned invisible.
Oh, sorry. I must have make her vanish. I apologise. Yeah, the 5 hits her.
For some reason, you stunned me. So it would have been a 5. It would have been a 7. So okay. So yeah, I've now. Is it neck or waist? I've got this round.
Probably neck.
I'll
By the way,
say
having
75 waist. Say 0 to 20, 1 to 25 neck, higher than 25 waist. Waist.
Okay, then I'm going to drag her back towards the pool.
You're gonna drag thingy with you, of course. She's still bound because the manacles entangle. So even if you wrench her out of Bert's, entanglement, as it were, she's still entangled. Okay, it's her go. She remains stunned. She rolled a 12 and remains stunned. Can you believe that?
Oh, yeah.
And she's still blinded. Yeah, fair enough. That's the end of her go. Jelsa.
Well, they've all got that little bitty thing, and they're not going to let me go poker. So Jelsa's going to go running off on her own. Literally run.
Go for it.
So she's heading this way, because you guys are getting boring.
Right. 2 inches got you to now. I forgot you've already explored, but I was trying to be nice so you can see where you're going. So you've done 2 inches. You got another 7. Just go running, skipping down the corridor.
And she's just going to tell the guys, I'm going to go scout, guys. And take off.
Okay. Rita, you're being dragged along with the manacled Illyria by Rannick.
Pull my claws free and perch on Rannick's shoulder instead.
Okay, you are no longer vulnerable, and you perch on Rannick's shoulder instead. Not a problem. Dondrad.
Is that Jelsa running off to go and find something else to do?
Looks like it.
Well, they've got one little 18-inch critter, and they're not going to let me near her to poker. So I'm going to go exploring because now I'm bored.
Yeah, I know, but I'm just frightened you're going to run into something.
Good chance. More chance of getting killed, just the 2 of you.
Attention span of a toddler. It's brilliant.
Let's split up.
Sir, absolutely. Gnomes don't worry about getting killed as much as they worry about fate.
No, I'm talking to Dondrad. 2 of you against nasties in the dungeon. More chance of overwhelming odds.
Well, I was just getting. I would be sensible to go after it, but I can't get moved to there.
Okay.
My hut.
Yeah,
to hit her.
that's a hit. Roll that damage. Oh, good. 2 wounds. Okay, I am going to check something quickly.
Told her I wanted her dead, and you didn't listen, and she got away, and now she wants to be dead. Sacrifice blood for the blood god. Everybody in combat must die.
Corny.
I'm just trying to find something that I want to make sure. Auto-roll incapacitation. There we go. Apply. She's bleeding out. It's a good hit, and she is bleeding out. Arena. There's a big splat of sort of abyssal blood splaying across the floor, pooling quite fast.
I think that I am going to fly after Jelsa to make sure she doesn't get herself in trouble.
Okay.
Yeah, good luck with that.
And Amber's following. Yep. Amber can run if Amber wants.
Yeah. I just remembered that the base move for Amber is actually 8.
Oh,
wow,
okay.
Okay.
I'll update that. There we go. Base move for Amber is now actually 8. So that's another 8 inches of movement. I'll move to there, which is 5.
I think that's about right.
Yeah, and then 3 more would get you to about there, wouldn't it? There you go.
Okay, cool.
Okay, that brings us to Illyrium, who dies from blood loss.
Else don't you? We're going to ask her questions, and now look, you got blood all over me trousers.
Yeah, no, combat. I never. No, she made the decision not to die, not me.
Okay, good
I
fellas.
would have chased after Jelsa and Arena.
Okay, that's up. No problem. 3 inches gets you to there. Another 3 inches if you're walking. You can run if you want to. Technically combat's over, but I'm going to. You know what I mean? I'll finish it after this one. You can, yeah. You can pretty much catch up with Jelsa. You can almost barrel past her if you want to, or you can just catch up with her.
I'm gonna run the two of them over.
That's charming.
I'm gonna say, get out of the way.
Go charging
Oh,
forwards.
dodge upwards so you run directly underneath me. So not an issue for
Exactly.
me.
Actually, from a combat perspective, there isn't any point in continuing combat. So I'm going to unlock the tokens.
Could you undistract and unprone me as well, please?
And because we're not officially in combat, as Goodfella goes running by me and yells at me to get out of the way, and I nearly get hurt, I'm gonna toss a telekinesis that throws something in his way and trip him on, put him flat on his face.
Unless this miniature demon has got anything.
I'm gonna drop a rock in front of him.
Is there anything in the side rooms?
Yes,
So
I
he'll
get spiky runes. Can I have an athletics roll from Goodfella, please? Ooh. So he basically, as you go running along, you suddenly notice you've kicked up some sort of rock. You stumble, but you fortunately hold your balance and do not fall. But it was a close run thing. Not sure where the rock came from, though, Goodfellow. It literally, it's almost like a shot. It's almost like it shot up to directly get under your feet. Anyway.
Unless this mini.
I turn to Jelsa and I say, Jelsa, watch out! There's rocks.
Right, Illyrium. I just need to get.
Chelsea's gonna drop telekinesis again, and she's gonna drop one on his head.
You gotta have
there's an island.
You gotta have rocks somewhere. Okay, if you're really spending the PowerPoints on this one. Okay, telekinesis. It costs 5 PowerPoints every time you cast telekinesis. You know.
She's doing it as a cantrip.
I know she's doing it as a cantrip. Yes, that's what
I'm not trying to do that, and that's why I can't do damage with it or stuff.
No, I know. I was teasing. Yeah, basically a rock bounces off Dondra. It doesn't do any effect, but it bounces off him. Okay, Illyrium. Let's have a look. She does have some gear, which I will put into the party sheet, like so. That didn't do anything, did it? Oh, that's because I'm trying to copy them to the Allies tab, not the Inventory tab. Dear me. You think I'd know how it works by now. So there's a tiny black silk gown, a tiny dagger, a tiny holy symbol, and a tiny tiara.
Well, this is a Jelsa kit then.
Yeah, I think that's probably even too small for Jelsa, but since none of it's any good to Rannick, Rannick is going to undo the manacle and throw the bloody corpse at Dondrad's beard.
Okay, let's have an athletics roll to see how accurate you are. Oh, you...
Well, hang on a minute. Dondrad is a humanoid.
Did our party become the slapstick group?
It does feel
when
like it.
Get a third 3 in a row.
But the thing is, did you not notice? It wasn't just a third 3 in a row. That was the 5th and 6th.
Double 3.
That was the 5th and 6th 3 in a row.
Yeah.
Wow.
So,
Yeah,
she's
a hissy fit. You should have a. Yeah, no need to have a hissy fit. You could have a little tiny handbag to go with your tiny tiara.
Oh, I'm getting console errors opening up items now. Of course, they definitely broke. They made an update in Core RPG. It definitely broke stuff.
They always.
Yeah. Okay. So what's the plan? Well, that's it really. Yeah. You've killed the little thing, and Jelsa in the meantime is running off. Jelsa, right? Yes. You've gone back past that statue. It's a red marble statue of striking beauty, but at the same time, monstrously enraged human woman standing in the middle of the room. Her stony expression is twisted in fury. The woman wears flowing robes and her long hair is held back from her face by an intricate headdress of hooks and blades. In her left hand, she carries a book, the face of which is inscribed with a 7-pointed star. Her right hand is empty. Someone took it.
Aye. Any of that any good to you, Stunty?
For her, do you know that dagger's a what's it call it?
A what? It's a whatchamacallit.
I think that dagger's magical.
I thought it were a thingy.
Toothpick for you guys.
Oh gosh, they really have broken stuff today. That's not going to get annoying at all.
I mean, Jelsa would take the dagger once she saw it, but she's way ahead of you, so she doesn't know you.
Okay,
Mind you, that's
as you go past at Jelsa, so basically, okay, Amber Space is 6. For the record, there is a door. There's a door to the north of the room with a statue in it, and a set of stairs to the east.
Jelsa's heading for the stairs because she don't mess with doors. Well, she can, but she's more curious about things she don't know.
So, well, as I say, as you can see, as you climb up the first set of stairs, you see ahead of you another set of stairs.
Ooh, more stairs.
And again, a third set of stairs. And then it would appear another set of stairs. And which ends at a door.
I would have thought this was the way to the temple, not the place we've been to.
This door locked.
Statues, steps,
Well,
that
if
kind
you
of
can
stuff.
open the door, it's not locked.
Oh, I found a room.
Okay. Water ripples quietly in this circular stone pool, the rim of which is lined with skulls. Okay, locking tokens.
Okay.
Okay, yeah. So it would appear we're going to have some fun and games. Oh, here we are. I forgot sound effects for this one. That doesn't sound very different to me. Anyway, so suddenly, as soon as you open the door and enter, the room, two, for want of a better phrase, flying skulls attack you.
Oh my god, it's Bob.
Have they got wings?
Oh, Vargul's broken as well. Oh no, hang on, Vargul is not broken, I suspect. Yes, they do. I have.
Yeah, it's one of them.
I have.
Well,
I have a.
I know what it is. Rannick probably wouldn't.
I am wanting to know if this is just me or everything else. So I just need to. Every NPC shows up with type of NPC. It's getting very annoying, and I'm sure it's again every time I look at the actual module. I really do not know what is wrong with my copy of Fantasy Grounds Unity when it comes to this dungeon, this module. It's like really weird. It just doesn't want to know. Okay, and close that, and then scroll down. I'm actually going to have to look at the source code to work out what the monster types are. I'm fairly confident it's going to be Abomination, but anyway, let's have a look. Type is not NPC. Type should be. I find it. Evil Outsider. Yes.
Yeah, an outsider.
Okay. Don't have a description of those, but I think I do in the bestiary. Let's have a look. Yeah.
They're a medium strength.
There you go. That's what it looks like. Flying heads with bat-like wings.
Scary.
So, yeah. They appear and...
Kind of messed up nightmare dreamt that up.
I don't know. And...
Donrad would probably know what it is. on the outside a spirit, and it can only live on the material plane
I'm
that
not fun.
parasitic
I've just
existence.
realised
click on
something because I can't use the proper map. When I add monsters to the dungeon on this map, they won't show up in the right place.
I thought I wanted to put on
Oh.
a picture.
Oh, in the meantime, I need to. Bert's gone the other way, so.
Catacombs of Ren. Images, find.
Actually, you're up top at the moment, so you can't see a lot as you look down. I think the rules on that are still wrong.
Uncategorized.
Oh no, that's because you can't see where you are. We'll see what happens. I'm not sure those rules are right. But anyway, you basically open a door, Bert, and you find you see that you're about to step out onto a rickety wooden platform that you get the impression overlooks a room. There's 2 flights of stairs descending and a wooden walkway heading off the other way. And I have to admit, actually, I don't really know the best way to deal with the line of sight on this one, so we'll see what happens with it.
Well, no, the reason they can't see down the stairs is because there's hallway and stairs and hallways. And when you look down, all you can see is the stairs and maybe a little bit of the floor
Yeah, I suppose so.
below. So,
Yeah, sounds good to me. That brings us to Goodfella, who get the Joker.
By this time, Chelsea's screaming, "Big uglies! Big uglies!"
I will bustle my way through the crowd, through the hullabaloo, through the hubbub.
Don't throw them in the pool!
Enough with calling me names, Rannick says as he's plodding up the corridor in the distance.
Oh, jeepers. Okay. Actually, I do believe I'm going to, because of that, redo this one later. For now, I'll just do that. Okay. Yeah, so you're going to come plodding up. What I am going to do is I'm just going to make a subtle change, because they're wild cards, so they shouldn't be on the same card. So you get to there, good fella.
Ouch.
And I'm just going to attack one of the creatures.
He's been my guest.
The one to my left.
You attack the one.
And I picked for my new advanced first strike.
Yep. So
I should get like what?
Nothing when you approach them, but you get a free attack when they approach you.
Okay.
They are basically they're size -2. They're a flying head, apparently.
I'm gonna give the one to the left a double whack.
Go for it.
Sword and mace.
Oh, hang on. You said left. Let's target left. There you go. The one to the left with a double whack.
I'm gonna Benny that.
Be my guest. Why have you not got bennies? Oh,
And mace.
Jeez. This is really broken. I can't add bennies to NPCs. To wild cards. Okay, you hit with the long sword, but you've missed with the mace.
Yeah, I'll leave it at that.
Okay, let me. I think what I might do is try taking a second one off here, adding it onto the combat tracker so it gets to Benny, and then open up the deck. Well, open up the deck, combat deck. Find the 4 of diamonds, which is gone, so I'm going to have to use the other deck to get at it, the main deck. Find the 4 of diamonds, put the 4 of diamonds on the new Vargle number 3, which I'm going to rename to Vargle. Then I'm going to roll the damage, please. Sorry. Wow. 22 points of damage. That's quite impressive. So I'm then going to delete this MP. I'm going to delete this one from the combat tracker because it's broken. Add in this one because it isn't broken. And I'm then going to have to spend some bennies because you've incapacitated that with a single hit. My Let's try spending more than one Benny. I might spend all its bennies and see if I can get better than... Okay, it's not down, but it's spent all its bennies and taken 3 wounds.
Wow.
Vargul number 2 bites. Good fella. Hitting. Doing... not a lot of damage. Now let me check something because I want to make sure I do something. I want to check something before I'm too nasty.
Covering the fever.
With a bite attack, that's unusual. GM might want to look at it again.
Sorry?
Says that you started with a bite attack, you might want to think that one again.
Oh, I was about to do something else. I'll get a limited free action afterwards. Ah, that's what I should do first. Yes.
No, you've got it. Has it clicked?
That's okay.
Yeah.
Anyway, that's absolutely fine. So it bites, doesn't do any real damage. So I'm going to re-roll the damage on that one. Doing no real damage. And then it's going, in annoyance, it's going to scream.
Yeah, scream first to mess everybody up and then you attack the mouth.
Okay, so that's Dondrad, Jelsa, Amber, Arena, and Goodfella. All need to make basically anyone in that area of effect needs to make a vigor check, please.
Freaking huge.
If you fail, you will be stunned.
Oh, I'm very stunned.
You're very stunned. You critically failed, Arena.
Does that mean I'm suddenly not a bird anymore?
No.
No, apparently not. But you do just flop to the floor. Unfortunately, you're at the back of the line.
My tail wasn't.
I'm in trouble.
And I just spent 2 bennies
How
when
can
I.
you land on Dondrad's head?
So, shall I tell them it stuns you and then it moves into it bites your neck, through your neck, to decapitate you, and then it implants itself into your neck and basically takes you over.
Yeah, it wasn't disturbing enough as it was.
That's well. When I
Yes.
dropped the base, I couldn't see the bottom of it wasn't advancing on mine, so I thought it hadn't dropped it. So I dropped the second one, and I only needed one, so I'm short a Benny here.
You are indeed. I shall give you your Benny.
Yeah, it's like
Thank you.
it's like I like old Herbert Crab. It has to change spells now and again. It just like prefer it wears skull.
Okay, so did Goodfella made his vigor check, no problem at all. Arena failed. Dondrad made it after many bennies. Jelsa made it after a couple of bennies. Okay, Dondrad.
Oh yeah, Amber. Forgot about Amber.
Oh, yeah.
Wasn't it?
I don't know if I really want to bite Amber's head off.
Well, maybe foxes aren't appealing.
Maybe not. But Amber's stunned as well, I'm afraid. Because Amber's good for gang out bonuses, that's the trick.
Oh, heavens to Betsy.
I wasn't expecting the flying heads of doom.
No, especially 2 of them.
I
Can you just again?
Maybe I was trying to be nice.
target. Target.
I'm just too darn nice when it comes to these monsters.
Head go to sleep.
And then run to there,
Okay, right.
jumping to this pool.
I didn't mean you, Kev.
Oh, I'm really good today. Actually, I'm actually in that interesting situation where I'm too tired. I've been trying all day to have naps, and I'm just too tired to nap.
You tried to sleep.
Yeah, hate that.
From somebody who works nights, I recommend earplugs and eye masks. And an audiobook.
Fair enough. Yeah, I know what you mean. I must admit, actually, I do remember that there was one Games Expo. Sharing a room with my mate at school, and neither of us could sleep. This hotel room in the expo, neither of us could sleep. And actually, maybe Jane can't actually. But anyway, sharing a room with him, neither of us could sleep. And put on the dulcet tones of Stephen Fry reading Harry Potter, and we nodded off. Not because we were bored, just because, you know what I mean. He's
Horrific.
It's just the right saving thing.
Hearing the scream, Rannick will advance up. What the bloody hell is going on up there? Sparkle Tits, will you stop calling me some kind of big ugly thing and shut up with the screaming? I mean, really?
She's just totally ignoring him because Jelsa has a whole new goal here. She's going to step over here, and it's in her way. So she's going to stick it with her scimitar.
Mm-hmm. That's a hit with a raise. I don't think he's going to live long enough to make you all make bigger checks, is it?
It's not in my way, so I'm going to move over here past Dondred, who got in my way, and open the next door.
Okay, well that one's bleeding out, so
There isn't enough trouble here, so you can fight them off.
I've been totally oblivious to. I knew these guys would handle the big uglies, but it got in my way. So
find the trouble and leave us to deal with it, don't you?
Oh, I'm just curious. I mean, this is,
Arena
you guys can handle it.
might be recovering from being shaken here. Yes, you do. You recover from being shaken. You'll be pleased to know.
The scream didn't affect Jelsa, so she never looked back to see if anybody else was bothered by it.
I ruffle my feathers, shake them, and hop up the stairs.
Well, ironically, this is where it gets interesting. This is a strange thing in metagaming. You're technically currently prone. It takes you 2 inches to stand up from prone, and your entire pace as a bird is 2 inches. So
well, then I just get up and ruffle my feathers.
Or you can fly up the stairs, is what I was trying to say.
No, I think I'd rather just get up looking like a dazed bird. Like, have you ever seen a bird that's flown into a window and then is getting up afterwards?
Yes, yeah.
I look a bit like that.
Looking indignant.
Yes. Amber, meantime, is lying on the floor twitching.
Aww.
The Vargle is not. I think it's quite amusing. The Vargle's not dead. It's just still lying there. But it doesn't really matter.
Mostly dead.
It's mostly
dead all day.
Okay. Bert.
All these flying things that just kind of lay on the ground twitching. It's well, Bert saw how narrow that staircase was, and if they can't handle some little screamy thing, then they are in a lot more trouble than I want to deal with. So Bert is going to carefully make his way to the top of these. Actually, no.
Oh, okay. I can move you back.
Well, no. Bert wants to come out here onto the catwalk, is what his plan was. He's going to step out here on the catwalk and see what he can see from there.
What I am going to say is from a perspective of... there we go, yeah. I say you get to about there on the catwalk. So, yeah, it appears to be a large chamber that appears to have once been a prison, as testified by the multiple cells that line its perimeter.
Hey, Bert is a model. You know what I mean?
He shakes his little tush on the catwalk.
I think oh, no, I'm sorry. I'm going to have to give you that. You two. I know you two are working together there, but I'm still thinking you're going to have it for that one. Okay. So, yeah, and Schnookums.
Schnookums likes the idea of catwalks.
Schnookums? Oh, hit the door because I somehow managed to close it. There you go.
And we'll go ahead and just walk on out this direction a little ways.
Okay.
And see a hallway with the door. And that will be Snookum's turn.
Yep. It took me forever.
Bert's too sexy for his cat. Too sexy for his cat. Poor pussy. Poor pussy cat.
Okay, you know what? Do you know how long it took me to put those individual bars in for the line of sight?
Forever, yes, and that's why I think it's a good idea that I come down here so that you at least feel justified in the level of effort that you put in.
I just thought, you know what? Because it's like, no, they shouldn't just be solid lines. They're individual bars. And halfway through, I went, yeah, now I know why they did them as lines. Ooh, I got a console error. Oh, this is totally broken today. It didn't deal cards to everyone.
It didn't.
Did it deal cards to anyone?
They bars look very, very pretty, but I bet you that's killing the calculator.
Probably. Okay.
It says we're still around too.
And it keeps just saying Joker's reshuffling deck.
Yeah, but it's not dealing cards to anyone.
Has it had a bit of a brain freeze?
Looks like it.
I think it's just running low.
No, they're basically. I somehow by opening the card decks, I've actually completely broken the ability to deal cards.
Well, that's quite interesting because what else are you going to deal them with if not cards?
I don't know. I'm just going to restart. Because
So,
until I touch the card deck.
Oh, hang on. We've got check for updates. It's updated while we've been playing.
Has it? Oh, I didn't see that.
Yes.
Do
Should
we
we
want
click
to
updates?
I already have, so if I
Go
should
for it.
Probably
go,
have to.
I'm going to. I'll tell you what. I know what I'm going to do. I'm going to do my version of updates.
not a long one. I didn't take
That
that.
depends on how much stuff you've got.
Okay, fine. It wasn't a long one for me.
Wasn't a long one for me either. I don't have a lot of stuff built into. Well, I've got a lot of stuff, but not in Unity.
Oh, Suede's updated.
Okay. My sway didn't update, so in theory, I'm already as up to date as you guys would be.
Mm.
Let's have a quick look at my.
Well, that's why it's called play testing, so we can break down.
Yeah.
We're good at the breaking it up.
Okay, Savage Worlds pack. I need to delete the Savage Worlds rule set from my fancy grounds. And then I can start it up again. Yeah, I suspect you guys are updating to the version I was already on, which is worryingly broken. Game. Oh, good. Now I've got the option to check for updates. Oh, that's probably because I've deleted thingy. Start.
It's always great to stop and update in the middle of the game when they specifically tell you do not update just before a game.
I know, but when they breaking stuff. Although it looks like I'm going to have this fun and games again now, where I can't actually start a game on the server.
Well, that makes things awkward.
It does rather. Start. That's okay. Yeah, I keep getting. Yeah, basically what happens is I try and launch the game, and I instantly get game server connection was lost. I've had this before. It's very annoying. And now I can't connect back in. Start in cloud server mode, and it doesn't let me back in.
Reboot?
I don't know. Ironically, I might have to click the check for updates. Even though this will take forever. No updates found. It's updating. Oh, it's updating Pathfinder 2nd edition. And now it's updating Savage Worlds. But that's not Savage. When I say that's updating Savage Worlds, that's Savage Worlds Deluxe. It's updating. Big FG Suede. That must be Savage Worlds, the new Savage Worlds rule set. And now it's updating the base rule set.
Tagging Fantasy Ground Suede. I presume.
Yeah, it must be. Of course, I don't know it. I don't know it as that. I just know it as I've called it. Okay, let's see if it lets me in now. Start campaign. Start. Yeah. Okay. For some reason, it looks like I did actually have to update the rule set for it to let me start a cloud-based game. Very strange. Should be able to connect again.
Less buggy now.
I'm not sure it will be, to be honest. That's the worrying thing, because in theory, I was already running the patched version.
Theory?
Could some of the bugs have been due to a version mismatch?
I don't know. It still says I'm on 5.4. He hasn't done the sub point values, has he?
Version 4.1.4. I guess a different version for different.
Change log 5.1. Defeated
Oh, that's
markers
the
is calculated
sub-world version.
correctly.
Yeah,
Script error
I've
when
been
opening effects list supposedly fixed in 5.4.1. So if we're lucky. Let's open my effects list. See what happens. No, that's really reassuring, isn't it? So I'm getting the error that's explicitly said it's fixed in the latest version. Which is worrying.
The non-existent error.
Script error when opening effects list fixed. Hate to break it to you, no it ain't.
Okay, I'm going to try that again because
Try you by all means you try it. Maybe I've got this strange.
Oh no, I'm actually going in this time. No, I don't mean
No,
that.
I've opened the effects list. Script error is there.
I didn't mean try that. I meant trying to join you. The first time it just sat there pretending to load.
That's okay.
Second time it's actually doing something.
Nope, it won't let me update via it won't let me do a SVN update. So I'm on the latest version of the rule set, which may not be the same version of the rule set as you guys are on, but that's by the by.
To make them perfect. Yeah.
That's why we playtest. Anyway, let's see if I can now start combat round 3. Yes! Hurrah! We have cards back. So don't browse. Don't look at the card deck, Kevin, and you'll be fine. Sorry about that, guys. That's the fun you have with the cutting edge of, oh my gosh, this hardly works rule sets.
Cutting edge. We're at the bleeding edge.
Certainly feels it like.
Yes, and as a result, we're bleeding all over the place.
AAA Alpha Web.
Jelsa.
Yeah, Jelsa knows that these guys can handle it, so she's moving up here.
Yep. Oops. Sorry. Yeah. Climb the next set of stairs, and there's a door at the end.
Ooh, and it's still within my range, so I'm going to go check this door.
You're going to open that. If you open that door, okay. A flight of spiral stairs wind up around a circular pillar into the darkness above.
How dark is
it?
Darky dark.
Very dark, I suppose.
So dark I can't see.
Have you got low light vision?
Yeah. Well, it's not a problem if I can't see. I can fix that.
Well, I mean, you'll be able to. I suppose you'll be able to see. Basically, well, it goes up into darkness above, as it were. But yeah, that's an interesting question because it's definitely written in terms of normal light vision and not what other people can see. Basically speaking, not sure how far around it goes. Well, from where you are, you can't see much further than the curve of the stairs because it's a spiral staircase going up. So in your case, a spiral staircase winds around a pillar into not darkness above.
No, it's still darkness. She can just see through it.
Exactly. That's a very good point. I mean, I'll tell you what, that's really scary about that Varg. It doesn't say it's limited free actions is limited to once per encounter.
No, it's once per round. Limited free actions can be done as many times as you like.
Well, there we go then. Let's have vigor checks from everyone, please.
Bloody hell, what's that noise?
It's a free action. What?
A limited free action, it says. Dondrad is stunned. No, not Dondrad is stunned. Goodfellow was stunned, but Goodfellow just spent a penny and is still stunned. I get to cause Dondrad's head, Goodfella's head to fly off.
Dondrad passed.
Okay.
So did Goodfella.
Good. Yeah, everyone survived that one. Well done. In that case, I'm going to.
Why am I distracted? And prone.
Because you were stunned by mistake.
Big fella should have deflection behind this too.
Okay, it flaps at Dondrad and fails to successfully bite him. Arena.
Okay, I turn myself back into a human. Well, an elf, rather. I don't know what I am, obviously. I reach into my pouch, pull out my wand of minor healing, and use it on myself.
Sensible move. I do believe that is a spell casting roll. Look, put your equipment back
I'm
on.
going to change the number of charges on it.
Wand of minor healing. Oh, it doesn't say. So yeah, I'm just going to say you just. I'm sure it should have a spell casting roll on it. So
I don't mind rolling spell casting if you like.
I think it should have.
There you go.
There we go. So you heal yourself with the wand of minor healing. Yes, I am trying to convince. I am trying to. Well, actually, I don't have to do much convincing. Akil's quite interested to do it. Well, it likes the idea of it to a degree. I'm trying to actually have a proper, even better magic item support where we can put charges and power points and actual skill rolls into the item. So when items cast spells, you can actually put in the charge. Put the charges in for the spells and actually have the dice rolls they need to roll for it, as it were. So that should be good.
That's useful.
It will be, but it isn't there yet. Okay, so you turn back into human, draw the wand of minor healing out of your pouch, and heal yourself with it. Amber is still stunned on the floor, twitching. Rannick.
Now that Arena has blocked the corridor.
Don't forget. You. Each corridor square is 6 square feet, and this arena's.
Good point. Then Rannick is going to.
An amply sized elf. She won't be blocking the corridor.
Yeah, protect the good from the evil strong. Rannick is going to run up the stairs.
Okay.
I'm not sure how far into the room that is, so let's stop there and carry on after that.
Eight gets you to there.
And we will do a desperate attack. Seeing as it's a small flappy thing, Rannick will assume it's not that tough, but it's going to be hard to hit. And we'll spend a penny on the damage. That's good enough for me. Don't know what this thing is, Stunty, but can they finish it off?
I'm not going to say.
Right, so you shake it. Sorry, I was saying.
Everyone's through Betsy.
So I forgot to put on the battle music for this. Although I find their battle music.
Now squat. Hammer time.
That's meant to be the sound effects for the thing you're fighting. So Dondrad misses. Bert, can I have a notice check, please? And stop him that actually, as you're up there. Bert, Snookums is obviously enjoying the catwalk too much, but Bert, you suddenly realise you can hear bickering coming from on the ground floor of the area you're in.
Oh, holy Hannah.
Fortunately, I haven't rolled to see if they've noticed you yet.
Sit, pursued by a sin spawn.
Hey.
Okay, well, that will definitely change what I was planning on doing.
Sorry, I reread the room recounter and suddenly noticed I hadn't scrolled down to the bottom and noticed. Oh. There's a bunch of monsters in here.
Doop-a-doop-a-doop-a-doop. Okay, so that's where that would fall. So that would be the +2 for the area of effect. Let me see. 2, 4, 6, 8, 9, 10. Okay, I'm going to spend 10 out of my last 10 power points
Okie dokie.
to cast Entangle with a medium area of effect, damaging, fatigue, glow, and hinder.
Okay, let's get some targeting done so you can apply those when it's finished. Oh, come on. And of course there's one left and it's the one I can't push that way, but like that. Oh no, you're not targeting that one anyway, damn it. Oh. Is there a way to untarget one? Yes, there is. Middle mouse button untargets it. That's useful to know.
Yeah, I think I've got all 6 targeted.
Yes, you have got the 6 of the 7 targeted, yeah.
Oh, is there a 7th one? Bummer.
Oh, you can't. Actually, you can't see him. That's rather realistic speaking. Because they're somewhere under the catwalk.
Ooh, I like that. What happens with the rays?
They're bound, I believe, with the rays.
Yep. Yep.
Well,
Okay.
that made this a very short encounter, didn't it? Okay, so
we're going to do bound on all of them.
Yep.
And glow and hinder and entangled.
If they're bound,
and
you don't
you
need
will have to
entangled.
put the fatigue on there.
If they're bound, you don't need the entangled.
Well, no, I meant the damage.
The damage one. Yes, sorry, the damage entangled. Yep.
And let's go ahead and get a few of those power points back. And I will go, Snooks, this is not where we want to be right now. Let's go. And I will step back to here.
Okay. And I just failed miserably to hit the tick so you can have a little dance.
Isn't that what's supposed to happen?
Well, probably, yeah. And Snooks.
And then Snooks has got a base pace of 8, so... Yeah, Snooks will dart out of the room as well.
Okie dokie.
And let me see, where is everybody? Everybody ran up the stairs.
Yeah. Every so often you do hear something coming from up the stairs.
Oh yeah, no, there's lots of noise going on up there, but I figured there's enough of them up there that they could handle it.
You would hope so, wouldn't you? Over to Goodfellow.
Well,
well, yes, I think it's the right answer given the rest of this party at this rate. Goodfellow swings his longsword at the Vargul, hitting with a raise. Roll that damage. Hit with a raise. Doo-da, doo-da. Longsword damage. Target is doing there, but I can live with that. I'm going to attempt to soak that. And I'm going to do all but one of the wounds. Its blood splatters on the ground as it is wounded and it is very upset. Oh, he's hitting again. Sorry. Yep. That's a hit. And another wound, another 2 wounds on it. which I critically fail and I can't do anything about, and therefore I'm in trouble. Okay, this sin spawn is bound and is going to take 2d4 damage at the end of their turn. So it is going to attempt to...
Now, not to be a nudge, but would number 7, even though I can't see him, is number 7 in the area of effect? Would he still be affected by
He's
all of
actually
this?
not. Actually, he's just outside it.
Okay, not a problem. I had to ask.
No, that's absolutely fine. He literally is not actually under the area of effect, which is why I untagged him. It wasn't because you know what I mean, hadn't targeted him. It was,
Sure. No, I understand.
Okay, athletics check to escape from being bound fails. Okay, slash DMG 2d4. He's shaken. Oh, he's shaken. That's an interesting one. Does that apply every turn? While they're entangled, do you think?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I figured.
As long as they're entangled, they take that 2d4.
So it literally just pulls them apart, doesn't it? Over time. That's quite scary.
Or crushes them or whatever, yeah.
Yeah, that's absolutely quite scary. That fatigue is rather annoying. Which is why you did it, of course.
Clearly devil snare.
Mm.
Indeed. They're tough. What is their tough?
You've got them set at toughness 1 still.
Oh, what is it about these...
Oh, GM cross. Go gore.
Why? Why is this module giving me no end of crap? It's basically doesn't. It's like I have no idea where it's reading it from. No one's got any idea where it's reading it from. But it is every time I load this module in, it is reading a incorrect version of the module from somewhere, and no one can figure out where it's coming from because we've deleted everything. I uninstalled Fancy Grounds and put it back in.
Wow.
And it's still there, which is why we lost. I thought we lost stuff. So I am at this point peed off.
Because the sin spawn are very naughty.
Thanks then.
All the sin spawn shows having toughness 1. Poxy module again. Fed up with this. Every time I fix it, it doesn't work. Someone pointed out the Catacombs of Wrath are just making me very angry.
So if you fix the module and you're confident you fixed the module, is it and the information comes from the campaign save?
I've deleted everything.
No.
Oh, when we logged in this time, the advances tab isn't there either.
Oh yeah.
Oh good. You know what that? You know what that is. That's
Never
because
loaded the advancement.
No, it's because the bloody rule set doesn't pick up on the fact that because the rule set name's changed, oh, I don't know. Actually, I don't know why that shouldn't work because I'm using my version of the advances, not the official version. It's probably because it crashed out and lost what all the bloody extensions are. Like I say, I'm fed up. It gives me no end of crap lately. Only on this computer. It works fine on the bloody virtual computer that I do all the development on. Just to wind me up. It's the shield I need to turn on for everybody. There we go. Toughness 7, toughness 7, toughness 7, 7. I don't think the first one was possibly shaken, was it? But how much damage did the first one take? Yeah, the first one's not shaken either. Sorry about that. I just lose this bloody root module. Right. Athletics. Fails. 2d4 damage. Oh, Kerrick. Oh, he might be in trouble. Yep, that one literally gets pulled apart by the entanglement. So that's one killed just by being entangled. And that one will be shaken. And next is number 6, who will attempt to break free and fail, taking 2d4 damage, which is no effect. Brings us to the last one, who's got a pace of 4, so he's going to run. Oh, look at that impressive movement there. Okay.
Oop, I saw him fly by.
New round with Arena to go first.
Okay.
Oh, it's not screaming yet. I just thought I needed one. It just sort of sums up my feelings right now.
And slice it with my katana, or at least that's the idea.
Okie dokie.
That should do it.
That should do it. Yep, that's a hit with a raise. Roll that damage. I won't bother spending a penny on it to give it a better card at this rate, I think. That's it. Goes down. Nice.
Do that? Wasn't me.
You killed it. You.
Why did my arrow just do that?
I don't know.
What arrow?
You can't see that.
I cannot. Amber gets up.
Shit. Oh, no, it's gone now. Weird.
Good fella. The second flying head has been skewered. Well, actually, it's a katana, so it probably got sliced in half.
Absolutely.
Katanas are
What the
slicing
bloody hell were that?
Horrible. Unnatural. And disgusting.
Aye, but what were it?
I have no idea. I've never seen one before.
So what should we do?
Where's Sparkle Tits?
She went that way.
Oh, I'm gonna follow Joseph.
Okay. I would say, actually, from Dondrad's perspective, and Goodfellas, and Irida's, you can suddenly see Bert seems to be running away from the room he was in. Well, not actually. You did run, didn't you, Bert?
No, I did not. I just kind of, it's like, okay,
Jogged.
time to go.
Yeah. Bert's just jogging back away from wherever he was, from your perspective. Okay. Yeah, Dondred, Goodfella, you get to there. Let's open that one up. So you can just see there's a set of stairs ahead of you. Seems to be spiraling up round a pillar.
Dark.
I'll catch up with Joseph and bypass her.
Okay.
You give her a little nudge.
The pillar winds up above you into darkness because you can't see in the dark. Donjad.
Yeah, that thing. I don't like the things here. They're awful.
No.
Where is he going?
I'll just put you around the corner as you look up the stairs slightly. So basically, it's a spiraling staircase leading upwards, Dondrad.
Now, we're underneath the glassworks, aren't we?
No, you're not anymore.
We'll be underneath Sandpoint somewhere.
You're not underneath the glassworks, because if you remember, you found an unbricked side tunnel that went off a long way and followed it. Yes, you're behind Point Sand. Theoretically, you're somewhere underneath Sandpoint. Okay, since
I'll just take a quick common knowledge roll to have a guess about where we're going to come up, because I'm dwarfing.
Here's the window key. His window's unlocked.
It's digging holes in the ground and guessing where they come up is what we do.
you imagine you are probably somewhere between Tower Street and Junkers Way.
He is a dwarf and he lives in a hole.
Diggy, diggy, hole.
Diggy, diggy hole.
You made the entanglement toughness 8. So this time, this sin spawn is going to attempt to bite through the entanglement, which it succeeds in doing and is no longer bound. It is now entangled. But it still takes damage because it didn't get completely free.
Come on, die. Come on. Aw.
Actually, logically
Can I
speaking,
Benny that?
Actually, logically speaking, if it bites through the entanglement, it must be getting completely free, mustn't it? Because it's cutting its way loose.
Well, no, because you can only go one step at a time. He's cut loose so that he can like make attacks and so forth, but he's still stuck.
Yep, fair enough. I don't. Yep. No, I'm afraid you can't ability that because it's not you making the actual attack, is it?
Bummer.
I think they're all going to attempt to cut them. No, this one's not getting loose though. Yeah, that was bad. And the third one's going to attempt to bite itself out. Obviously, it can't explode on toughness, but a 4 + 4 is 8, so he cuts himself free down to. So he gets himself down to entangled rather than bound. What I should do is actually change that to phraseology so I know what my toughness is next turn. Okay, but he still takes 2d4 damage.
Yeah, it's like pulling off big strands of barbed wire. This.
Yep. Okay, this one is remaining shaken, so it can't even attempt to break free. And is shaken again. Therefore, it is incapacitated, and down it goes, leaving us to this one.
Those vines wrapped around his neck and just slowly squeezed.
Covered them in entangled them in rose stems.
Entangled.
For the thorns.
Okay, so that one again likewise cuts itself, starts biting itself free, and will be unaffected by that. And the last one is going to run. Gets to there. Rannick.
So can I now hear things going down Bert's end?
Not necessarily.
Actually, you see Bert kind of slide to a stop and look back over his shoulder like he's trying to decide which way to go.
Bert, what's going on down there?
Little devil thingies.
Bugger!
One gets you to there, and another 6, which gets you to there.
Yeah. Then, yeah, I will run that direction.
The hinder power. So you can't maintain him, didn't we say? Okay, Bert.
Well, let's see. You're still bound, but your other 3 are only entangled. So, yeah, let's go ahead and doop.
Just go back and do it again, aren't you?
Oh, I'm thinking about it. Yeah, let's go ahead and move back to there. I will flip Sim Spawn 7 the bird as I go past.
Okay.
You're number 6 and you're number 3. Number 3 is the one that is still number 2 is the one that is still bound. So yeah, you know what? Bert's gonna go ahead and shoot Sin Spawn 6.
Okay.
Where am I?
6.
So,
There you go.
Yeah, there we go.
You hit Sin Spawn 6 at short range with your short bow. With your composite bow, I should say.
And I pin him to the ground.
Oh my word, you skewer him most effectively. And down he goes. That brings us to Schnookums.
Schnunkums will go ahead and start by moving in and attacking number 7.
I need to
He will
turn on
use his
pounce.
frenzy. No, he's going to use his frenzy attack, not his pounce.
Okie dokie.
He doesn't want the vulnerability with this
Fair
many
enough.
of these things around.
No problem at all. I leave pounce off then. I think he might have hit.
Oh, forgot to target.
Hit with a raise. I'm not imagining things. In the old days, when you dragged a hit onto someone, it targeted them, didn't it? You didn't used to have to drag the wound.
Yes, it did.
Yeah.
Yes, it
Yeah,
did.
it did target them.
Yeah, it's not doing that anymore.
Isn't it?
Okay, so 21 damage.
Well, I've always done it, including tonight.
No, not Frank Dice to attack.
Oh.
It was in the when the GM drags it from the
I see.
chat
Yeah.
column.
That
It did used to
Yeah,
did use to target as well. Yeah.
I thought I was imagining things when it didn't work.
Okay, and then Snookums will move to the top of the stairs and kind of glare down at the other 3 that are down there.
No problem at all. Jelsa, they're all pushing past you to get up the stairs in front of you.
Yeah, and it's really freaking annoying. And she's going to go running past him, but as she does that, she's going to reach in her pouch. Because she also knows, as annoying as that human person is, he probably can't see real well, and she don't want him to get hurt on the stairs because if something jumps out, she needs him to kill it. So, I acquired this a long time ago, and I don't think I told anybody. It works like the minor light.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay.
But I can move 7.
Mm-hmm. I'll move you to there. That's 4 to there because obviously you need.
I'm gonna keep going
Yeah.
as far as I can run, but I've got the light now.
I'm going to shout up the stairs. Put out that light, so it's like some angry airborne.
Well, it's all murky in here, and while she's got low light vision, it's still freaking murky.
Yeah. So you clamber up there. You've got a lovely light source on. I'm not going to worry about because I haven't turned light effects on, so I'm not going to worry too much.
But I'm going to show the area so large for his type.
So
now, what I did, the only thing I didn't know because I built it as a sub power, was as I'm using a wand, a magical item. Do I need to spend power points for the spell, or
no? What should
the
happen
wand has 25 powers maximum.
So yeah, if you look at your wand of light, it's got 13 charges, so you need to change that down to 12 now.
Okay. Yep.
Basically, that's how it works.
Well, that's what I'm doing this round.
Yeah, so yeah, on your inventory, just change the description to. Okay, so basically, from so Jelsa, you go skipping. You activate a wand of light and skip up the stairs, holding the wand of light with you, waving it around, making lights dance on the air as you go. You go as you go running around. You get to the pretty much to where you are now, and it appears that the rest of the stairwell is blocked, as it looks like the entire. Everything above it appears to have collapsed. However, you can feel fresh air coming down from above.
Well,
it's a very narrow fissure.
Well, I know what I'm going to do my next round. But...
Okay, the sin spawns have jokers.
So does Rannick, but Rannick's going to wait until he is screaming and then he's going to run forward.
Okay. Sin spawn number 1 is no longer entangled. That was its action. It is, however, now going to advance up the stairs towards Snookums, but unfortunately it can't do any more than that because I didn't declare it beforehand. Sin spawn number 2 is still bound. So I'm actually going to do a multi-action on number 2. No. Yes. Obviously, it was just making 2 bite attacks to try to get free.
Yeah, only succeeded with one. I gotcha.
Yeah, only succeeded with 1. So it takes 2d4 damage, which might be the last thing it ever does. It was the last thing it ever does. And since Spawn 3 is remaining shaken. Oh, what the hell. Taking insignificant amounts of damage. That brings us to Rannick. I get you to there.
I'm going to have to go round the wall, aren't I?
Right, so 7 gets you to there. Actually, we can go back to the standard interesting sound effects now. And 9 gets you to there. Onto a rickety platform.
And then, says Rannick. And that's pretty much it.
Jelsa.
Okay, I've got this wall of rubble ahead of me. Can I climb it to find the crevice that the air is coming through?
You could see. You could just feel. You could see the fissure. That's literally. It's like a whole rock fall. You can just see a fissure and feel that there's air coming all the way down. It's very narrow.
Okay, but can I climb up?
No. Well, if you were the size of a closet, you might be able to get up it. But unfortunately, you're a bit bigger than that, so you can't.
So if Arena were to turn into a rat, she might make it.
For example.
I'm going to yell down to the guys there, hey, there's the wall caved in up here. You guys want to come dig this out? And she's going to start moving rocks.
From Dondrad's calculation he made earlier, it's probably at least 30 feet of rock between you and the surface.
She doesn't know that. She wasn't paying any attention to that.
No, I'm just letting Dondrad know. But...
Okay, Bert is going to go ahead and step around the corner here so he can see number 3. And we will shoot number 3.
Oh, well, that's the end of number 3, isn't it?
Isn't it, though? Snooks will go ahead and take that half step forward so that he can smack the unnumbered one.
Okay. Yep, there you go. I think he might have done an awful lot of damage there.
And basically splashes him all over the walls and ceiling and down the stairs, and somehow an eye ended up on the other stairs.
Yeah, it looks like it. Okay.
Yeah, but if you finished off all of their demons, I'm going to remind you, Mrs. Brown told me about the little boy that cried roulette.
No. You said, what's going on? And I said, little demon thingies. I didn't say nothing about needing help. That's your fault.
Right. Well.
You guys are the ones with all the screaming going on up there. What's going on up there?
Floating heads. With teeth and tentacles. I mean, heads normally have teeth. They don't normally have tentacles.
Combat's over. I can unlock tokens.
Don't normally float, for that matter, either.
I still think Bert should get a bunny as well.
Yeah, I do too. I'm going to remove all blast templates. I know it's your light, but we'll remember it. You've got a nice light.
Yeah, that's good. If you're going to move the rock, that's going to take all day. But we need somewhere to move it to. We've got to have a mine cart.
All right. So other than little demon things, what's they got down here?
Well, I don't know. That's what I was just going to go and check.
Well, does they need any help? I wouldn't want to, head on with you if you didn't need any help.
Well, I didn't say I couldn't use help. I just, whenever it was the little demon thingies, I never said I needed help. So you don't get to do the whole cry boule thing.
All right, all right.
I'm not sure if you two are married or siblings.
Does make you wonder, doesn't it?
I'm not here to help. I'm just here to kill things.
Okay, hold up. Sorry.
Oh, they're both half orcs, right?
So I was checking something out. So
Probably
the room you're in at the moment, this room contains several ancient torture implements, though their function and style seem strange and archaic. In one corner sits a spherical cage with spikes protruding inward from its iron bars. In another stands what appears to be a star-shaped wooden frame. Its surface is studded with hooks. A long table is covered with leather straps, and a number of cranks designed to rotate and swivel sit at the centre of the room.
That description does not fit the room we're in.
Is this Joss's playroom?
Yes, it does. They just didn't put any of it on the room, on the artwork, did they?
Oh, okay.
You know what? Tokens.
I think he's locked them again.
I did lock the tokens only because I wanted to check stuff. Tokens are unlocked again because Bert opened the other door. The crumbling remnants of several chairs and a long table clutter the floors of this room. To the south stand 3 stone doors, each bearing a strange symbol that resembles a 7-pointed star.
Well, that's got to be undead things in there, probably. Let's have a put. Yeah, there's going to be tombs in there. Let's have a
Okay, so he's opened door number 1.
Bachelor number 1.
Mm-hmm.
What's behind door number 1?
It sounded creepy. I thought it was going to be some outsider lurking in here, and I'm going to send him to his doom.
Right. So, you open door number 1 within the room. The very small room. I have to be. You know what I mean. Is a single skeleton of a badly deformed humanoid. This skeleton has 3 brittle arms.
The arms, but he's dead, so he's harmless.
Mm-hmm.
He's got 3, actually.
Indeed. Inside this room is a second badly deformed humanoid skeleton. This one has an enormous misshapen skull.
Are they all dead? Are they proper dead? He pokes it with a book.
A notice check, Dondrad, please. Which is the only one.
Okay, well.
Everyone else seems to be staring at the torture implements. Dondrad, you sure it's not identified. Dondrad, you basically notice something underneath a broken chair, and but now I'm just going to say you pick it up and I'll add it to your inventory, so it'll be the unidentified item. But obviously, if you want to attempt to identify it, we can deal with that later. But you just pick it up, for now, as it's up to you when you want to look at it. Appears to be basically torn up some pages.
Well, can I have a look at that and the dagger I found there?
You can indeed. So,
let's check the dagger first, because I think it's a Jeltza frisbee dagger. I think that'd be hours of fun for him, keep her amused.
I'm not sure anything's capable of keeping it.
No idea what the dagger does, I'm afraid.
Stabs people, I think.
Oh, yeah, Irina, have a look at this wee tiny thing.
Of course. What do you want me to roll? A cult?
Yeah, it is a cult, isn't it, to identify items?
There you go.
Okay. Who? I can't find the dagger. Where's it gone?
It's a needle. The
Oh, it's
sows with
under
it.
weapons, isn't it?
Uh,
It's tiny, so no. Oh, I'm still getting error messages. You determine that it is a cold iron returning dagger, but it's unusable unless you're tiny.
That's what I'm going to say.
The
Well,
else is only small.
I'm also going to.
she'll find a use for it.
It's
She'll
not at
a
all
dagger that you can't throw away. She'll find a use for that.
I'm going to get very annoyed. But anyway, what I do need to do is sort out the fact that that dagger's got the wrong value. It should. A cold iron tiny returning dagger should be worth more than 2 gold pieces.
I would say.
I'm going to give it to Jolson anyway, because yeah, if you throw it, it comes back to you. I think.
Yeah, but unfortunately,
Right.
it's all you guys can really do unless you shrink yourselves down to use it. It's sell it.
Yeah, but I can use it when I'm doing crafty stuff. I bet it makes a good awl.
That's all it does. Sorry. Couldn't resist.
String campaign scripts mod. Yeah, the list entry.lua is just it just comes up every single time. As soon as you click on anything that's got a list item on it.
And shall we have a look at the paper thing I found?
Be my guest.
What's that? A cult?
That'd be a cult again, wouldn't it? It's common knowledge for easily identifiable stuff, and then a cult for other stuff. Okay, you determine that it is a scroll of flaming sphere. It's basically a scroll of blast. A scroll of blast, which is a scroll of blast, flaming sphere selective, basically.
Goodness gracious!
Great balls of fire.
So here's the rule set question: is it class locked or not?
Sorry?
Is it class locked?
No. It just says it's a flaming sphere scroll. It doesn't say spellcasting of faith.
Okay.
Which is interesting, really, because it logically.
Logically.
Enchantment.
Oh.
Okay, I can't do it. I cannot physically read the word enchantment without hearing his the dwarf's voice saying enchantment. So okay, it should be 3,302 gold pieces, but then I've got to check out what the value of cold iron is. Gear, special materials. Iron.
Oh, hang on. That's an idea.
Costs twice as much as normal, so that means it will cost a cold iron masterwork would therefore cost 600, wouldn't it? So it's 3,604 gold pieces that dagger's worth.
Definitely worth
Oh,
selling.
Yeah, that's worth selling.
Yeah, I was giving the dagger to Jelsa, but I'll just be careful with it because I'm not sure if that's going to be toxic or not. I've just remembered.
It's
Sorry.
Cold iron.
Yeah, but she's fey, isn't she?
Joseph.
Only very slightly.
Well, that dagger might be slightly toxic to you.
Okay, Rannick,
or unpleasant.
Rannick, as you climb up the stairs, you can see ahead of you the ceiling of this strangely cold chamber arches to a vaulted height of 20 feet. The floor contains... Well, actually, you can't see what the floor contains yet, but I'll assume you can. The floor contains 11 wooden lids strewn haphazardly over 11 5-foot wide pits in the ground. In the darkness within, these pits echo up strange shuffling sounds, every so often a low moan.
Here, I've found more gribbly things. Might be like shooting fish in a barrel. If, you wanted to shoot them.
Shall we open the last cupboard?
Why not?
No reason not to.
I just, in case it's got an outsider thing in it, in which case I don't like things coming onto the material plane. I like things to leave the material plane, preferably dead. Not coming back.
Rannick will go up to the edge of one and peer down.
Hold up. You may stop before you. You might stop before you do that.
Okay.
Only because the room actually is occupied, but obviously due to the fun
Very
and game,
occupied.
due to the fact of oh, of course you can see this. Due to the fact that certain things didn't stay where they're meant to stay. Now I can add them to the combat tracker. Right, so yeah, so basically you head up to one of the pits, and yeah, but before the first thing you notice as you clamber up, as you get up to the top there, sort of it was obviously crouching down and stands up as you approach. Is a goblin.
Zombies! Zombies and a 3-armed freak. With a nasty-looking pokey stick.
Oh, don't you dare break on me now! Not when I need to work out what Corvus is. I don't care that he's not a type of NPC. I wish I knew one. Stay hanging on me, aren't you? It's this day and age. Let's not make a 64-bit version of Adobe for Windows. Let's keep it 32-bit and have it crap out after 5 minutes of reading any.
And if you're not a customer, let's make it 64 bits. Mine's a 64 bit. Mine's a 64 bits.
The Mac version's 64-bit. The Windows version's 30.
Aye, so the Windows version is 64 bits if you're not a customer.
Not Adobe Reader. Adobe Acrobat. I mean.
Yeah, Adobe Acrobat is 64 bit. No, and only if you're not American. How weird is that?
Turn on that light. Yeah, maybe not. Let me see.
Okay, so he does go to shoot. So let's see. You open the last door. The third has another skeleton in it. This skeleton has a rib cage that goes all the way down to its pelvis. A pelvis with stunted leg bones strewn below its strangely flat girth, apparently. But that's by the by. In the meantime, we've got some interesting stuff.
See you next time, guys.
Okay.
Bye, babe.
Take care.
Take care.
Yeah, so Acrobat brought out a 64-bit, but only for people living in the UK, I think. So it will reach in the lot.
Except it isn't because I'm in the UK and I don't have it. But anyway,
right. But you're a customer. You pay a fee. You've got a data cloud subscription, haven't you?
Yeah, but I'm not talking about the reader. I'm talking about actually the Acrobat.
Right. Okay.
This is for study. No, that's the wrong room. Okay, so because it was tactics of it, duty guardian, seriously, immediately attacks anyone who enters the room. Okay, so Corvus gets to go first then. So the first thing he does apparently is quite unpleasant. No, that's the artwork. There's his stats. Okay. Okay. There we go. So, limited action. Should be limited reaction. That's one
That's not good.
No, doesn't say it can be evaded. So I think, unfortunately, you're just going to take the damage. As he spewed a fast on him.
If he's spewing at me, is that a breath weapon?
It is a breath weapon which does have an attack.
Breath weapons can be evaded. That's a rule for breath weapons, is all breath weapons can be evaded. Not that not necessarily will make the roll, mine, because it's athletics at -2.
Most dragons use a cone template for their attacks. It's species specific. As stated, breath weapons may be evaded and take the creature's entire turn. They can't perform multi-actions in the same way they take a breath attack. It doesn't actually say they need to shoot it. I think I think it just happens and you get to evade it personally.
Mm.
Yeah, so he just breathes his corrosive stuff and you get an agility check at -2 to avoid it.
Okay.
Which you succeed in. Therefore, you don't get hit by the lingering damage.
So dodge to one side. I don't think I'm going to dodge into the pit full of zombie because that would be a bad idea.
Well, indeed. That's a very good point. It's a very good
How
point.
deep are those pits?
I need to update the map.
Because it's not got pits on it.
No, I don't think pits existed I've been tweaking the maps. I need to update this map. Okay, so that hopefully failed to do that. So I do think what he's going to do now is he's going to move because he reavers a very limited action. Limited. He's going to move.
What does the word limited mean?
You can't do more than one limited free action in a turn.
But you can do it every other turn.
Depends.
No, you can do it every single turn, but if you've got, say, like a ranger's mystic powers or a monk's mystic powers, they're a limited free action. You can't do more than one of them, so you can't, say, do a boost trait and an entangle.
Dondrad.
Or-
No, sorry, good fella.
Paladins have got like their lay on hands
So-
thing.
But limited only means you can do it once, but you can do it every other round.
You can do it every single round, but you can't do more than one limited action in the same round. So even if you've got 5 different things that could be limited free actions, you can only do one of those limited free actions.
And 1 inch
Just,
of
I was just curious about a one per 3 round ability and Pathfinder. Yeah.
Dunno.
Burst at Corvus, go for it. Burst at Corvus. Burst your magical effect at Corvus. He's in the area effect, so I'm not going to worry too much about it. Drawing it. You hit. Roll the damage. He is unharmed. He is shaken.
I'll stop there.
Okay. You shake him as you basically cast a wall of burning hands form as outwards, and that brings us to Arena, who's gone. Leave her out the fight, it's easier.
Might as well.
Jelsa.
Jelsa's gonna run. And that's gonna cause the sucky Runelords with her. Can I see what's going on in the room? I should be able to. You can pass.
You can see. Actually, you can. Actually, from your perspective, no, you can't. From your height, I'm afraid. You're halfway up the stairs. There's still stairs above you, I'm afraid to say. But you can hear something going on up there. Sounds like fighting.
Okay, it says on this attack that it's the range is my smart, so it doesn't say I have to see what I'm throwing at.
You have to be able to see anything to cast a spell on it. That's a standard rule for spells.
You have to see where you're aiming at. But obviously, with area effects against invisibles, you still have to be able to see the area you're targeting, if that makes sense.
Okay.
Rannick.
It doesn't like goblins.
I didn't take it away.
Right, you bugger.
Go on then. He does
So
count as an evil humanoid.
It does it? Marvellous. Rannick steps forward, swinging his longsword at this stunted little freak. Twice.
Don't forget to target him.
I didn't.
I know you didn't.
Now, I've also discovered that I only get to do rerolls on a failed roll, so that's a hit, so I can't try for the raise.
Yes. I did remember that, but I forgot to point it out last time.
But, I think that's all right.
That's not good.
And since I'm multi-actioned, I'll do my second attack.
Oh, got another type error mess. Got another error. Check that out. Whether that's an actual error or.
We can Benny that if he's hardy. I've got enough Bennies to try one more time.
Yep. I definitely have something forget. Definitely missing something.
No, never mind then.
Not the bestiary. Rise of the Runelords. Treasure and gear. Yep, I've actually not done his gear. That's a mistake. I have to deal with his missing gear. That's. Okay, looks like Bert's running up here, like so.
Yeah, run up there and shoot him. Or not. Oh, I got plenty of bennies. Ah, there we go. Ooh.
Hit with a raise.
Yeah, I'll take that.
Nice shot, Bert. Watch the footing. There's zombies in pit.
Yeah, I kind of figured those were not there for fun and games, or at least not our fun and games.
Schnookums.
Okay, Snooks is also going to run. Do 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 do, and get on up here to help out Rannick.
I should remember to check if they're unstoppable or not. He's not unstoppable.
Actually, Snooks is going to jump over. He's not going to stand on that. He's going to.
I was going to say, actually, you don't really want to stand on that.
Yeah, well, I needed to update my map, so.
Yeah, no, that's absolutely, yeah, no, that's fine. But yeah, I shall give you that because that would have been bad. Actually, I should be evil. Make an athletics check to clear it. But it is a cat, so I'm not going to worry about it. Actually, I think you can clear an inch without a roll, can't you?
Yeah.
Okay, you hit it, you shake him, and then he ignores the damage because he's hardy.
Yeah, okay, he's shook. That's good enough.
Dondrad.
Moments before they all kicked off, he was opening cupboard number 3.
Yeah, I know. You opened.
I was kind of expecting everybody to back me up, and I assumed they still are. Oh no, no.
Yeah, they found things to smush instead, didn't they?
What was in cupboard number 3?
That was the skeleton with the extra long spine down to the very long pelvis.
Right. Making a mental note, one needs to have fleet-footed.
Okay, next round, and let's see what happens. Bert gets a joker.
Woohoo! Bert will shoot him again. Let's Benny that. I think I can get a raise with the Joker. Come on. Yeah, one more time, just because. There it is.
For me, that's a wound. Just you hit him, but he seems to be made of stern stuff. This mutated goblin, and he seems to be okay. Miss hit.
Snookums will spend a Benny to re-roll that.
Oh, sorry, I didn't realize. Oh, that's okay. Sure, what happened there?
Yeah, I'm not sure what happened there either. So the hit does 11, so that'll reshake him.
Yeah, that reshakes him. And then you cause enough damage to wound him, which I'm afraid Corvus is using up all my bennies to do, but he's soaking it all.
That's exactly what we're supposed to be doing, is using up your bennies.
Yes, indeedy.
Okay, that's it.
I'm going to just hit you three then. With his second use of his breath weapon, which means Goodfella, Bert, and Rannick need to make agility checks at -2 or be hit by corrosive acid damage.
Shout, you got really bad breath.
Yeah, now you tell me.
Bert dodges the breath weapon. Rannick is in trouble at the moment. Rannick is still in trouble at the moment. Rannick eventually avoids the breath weapon. That leads us to Dondrad, who fails because it's at -2. So you need a 6 to succeed, Goodfella. I keep saying Dondrad when I mean Goodfella. Nah, that does it. You all avoid the corrosive breath weapon, and Corvus is quite annoyed at that. He then basically is going to, he's going to attack. So he attacks Snookums with a hand axe.
We have to move to the edge of the template, though, to have avoided it.
Do you actually? I don't think you do have to move out.
Yeah, you move to the edge of the template.
I thought they got rid of that rule.
You should get rid of that rule because it's silly.
I know that Swade does that, but does...
Yeah, I didn't think... I didn't know that... Well, yeah, it should do. I thought it was a deluxe rule and they got rid of that in Swade. Okay, he fails to hit Snookums. Unfortunately, because everyone else moved out of the area of effect, all he can do now is keep hitting Snookums. So he's going to have to hit Snookums again with the silver dagger. Which hits, I'm afraid. And he is actually missing a weapon. He is missing a weapon. God, Corvus is really a mess.
This was an effect attack. The GM should place the figure on the side or rear of the template as makes sense in the situation.
The GM gets to place it, but yeah, fair enough.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I'm glad they put that in.
It's still silly.
Because in the old days, you technically could move yourself to anywhere outside the template as written.
Yeah.
No, it does make sense. You actually have to move out the way, which is very useful on a map like this because he could have been briefed to force you to dive into. Actually, the GM chooses, doesn't he?
Yeah, but Rannick knows the pits are full of zombies.
Yeah, but I still get to pick where you jump to.
It does say as makes sense for the situation, though.
Well, the situation is I'm tired, pissed off, angry, fed up, and I get fed up with you killing all my lovely monsters, and I want to punish you. Okay. Longsword. Longsword. So he's missing his magical longsword. I mean, I think from the image you can guess it's magical.
Yeah, it's all red and glowy.
Yeah. It's a longsword. And
There's no reason he can't attack us. He can still move. He doesn't know that Goodfella's got first strike.
strength plus D8. And it's doing elemental fire damage. Assets. Not assets. Library. And I need to go find...
I mean, if you've got a load of monsters, they keep cashing points and you keep moving the token, you can make them dance, presumably.
Mm.
I mean, how fast do you move it?
That's interesting. That's very interesting. Oh, it's because I was clicking the wrong thing, that's why. Okay, long sword. Sorry about this. Copy that. Move that to there. Then I have to get rid of that, and I don't need that bit because it's that. That's its non-magic. Its non-ID name is magical longsword. It's a melee weapon. It's got an AP of 1. D8 with elemental okay. So keywords will be so creates causes damage with an enemy trap. Okay, so it just basically so the only important point of that is obviously if something's susceptible to unpleasantness of that type, it takes extra damage. Okay, so I'm going to then hit Schnookums for that. So I've hit Schnookums with the silver dagger once, haven't I? By the look of things. Sorry, Schnookums. Schnookums is... That wasn't meant to be the damage. That was meant to be... Sorry, that wasn't meant to be another attack. That was meant to be the damage. So the hit with raise is cancelled off. And I meant to roll the damage. Which wounds Schnookums. I assume Schnookums wants to soak that.
Oh, absolutely.
Which he does, no problem at all. Right, well, that finishes that one. That brings us to Dondrad.
Good fella.
Sorry, good fella. I do apologise. I don't know why I get the two of your names muddled up every time without fail.
Well, they both begin with G.
So they don't. Maybe it's because I think... Oh, I don't know.
I will attack the guy.
Okay. I'll assume you're going to avoid standing on the edge of that pit. That's a hit. I'm not sure how a small little goblin's meant to... That's a miss. I'm not sure how a small little goblin's meant to push people into pits, but anyway.
Maybe he has a havoc spell.
Maybe.
Well, you can still push. You just
Can't
can't always push well.
No, exactly. Corvus is hit with a raise. This could be the end of Corvus, I suspect. Especially when Dundra starts it. Goodfella starts it. But he has run out of bennies, so maybe my luck is with me.
Or maybe not.
Or maybe not. Okay. That's the end of Corvus. Down he goes.
Well, you took him out. You can have glowy, flamey pig sticker if they want.
Okay.
What I'm going to have to do for now is I'm going to have to open up... Oh, nuts. I just deleted him from the tracker, which meant he's been deleted. I've just spent all that time building the sword and lost it again. Okay. Well, I think that is going to be a good place to leave it, given the amount of bugs I've found and I need to fix before I can actually give out the treasure. So, I hope you enjoy that. I'm getting a little impressed with the amount of issues I'm finding with this rule set, but that's why I'm glad we're play testing it. I hope you're enjoying it still, guys. But
Oh yeah, this is lots of fun.
We shall call it a day there. I'll work out why the advanced tab's gone missing and everything else, and I'll sort out I'll see if I can fix all the mistakes I've made here, and I just need to sort out Corvus's missing gear, so then I can add it to the inventory, so you can then ransack it. So because as an NPC, he doesn't actually have items that I can drag out that you guys can use, if that makes sense. So I just need to sort the gear entry out. But thanks once again, and see you all next Tuesday for more of the same.
Indeed. Good night, folks.
Good night. Take care.
Y'all have a good one. See you this Sunday, right, as well?
Yes, this Sunday, because see you there.